cooked, brother. I ain't gonna hold you.
What up, Moolah Gang? It's your boy Mac
Michael
Moolah,
Jackson.
aka
What was
Mr. Moolah
that?
Mac.
A Michael
I'm
Jackson
back with
fighting
another
game.
video. Y'all know Trap Lord Ross got boot
What was I
on
just
land.
watching?
He on land.
I'm just
He
started
is
up the
in
video.
Lil Durk trial. He's in there with Lil Durk. He's in there with the co-defendants. He's in there with the judges. He's in there with the lawyers. He's in the actual courtroom trial, reporting on everything. Now the trial, I think, actually started officially yesterday, and day one of the trial, let's just say it ain't looking good for Schmirkio, Durkio, Schmirkio.
It's only day one of this
I follow YouTube, no intro. We getting straight to it. You feel me? We need to get back into the grind. How do I tell you? Y'all gonna catch more videos on this side. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notice for more content. We ain't wasting no time. Let's get it.
On this trial day one.
Man. Appreciate
But
you, brother.
the judge came to court today.
W intro.
And he said something
W intro.
that I have
You know what I'm saying?
really, really big problem with. But for some reason, is not being treated with the seriousness and severity it should be treated as. This is not okay. Now, this isn't even the most serious offense that I believe is sabotaging. This is just the beginning. Let's take
Move my camera.
All right,
Hold on.
folks, so I'm here at the federal courthouse for day one officially of
My
Lil
camera
Durk
good right there because I don't want it to
trial.
cover.
And I'm not
On
gonna
bro,
lie,
we straight.
Insane starts Lil Durk murder trial. Judge nearly ended everything on day one. Oh.
things got off to an absolutely insane start. It was actually a wild start. No disrespect to the judge, but the judge made just a little bit of an accident. Look, we're only human, but the judge accidentally said something that nearly completely ended the whole proceedings. Like, it was actually crazy.
What the hell?
So the judge was kind of introducing everything, you know, reintroducing the charges.
Right.
And the prosecutors had their opportunity to, like, reintroduce to this potential jury what the charges are.
If you wondering why I got this basketball, I don't know. I'm just feeling like a baller today, dude. I'm just feeling like a baller, dude. I just got the basketball, dude. Sometimes I just like the ball, dude, because I'm balling.
Be facing everything that's going on with that.
Focus.
And what was really, really crazy is that, you know, during the judge kind of explaining what was going on, he made just a slip of the tongue. It was completely accidental. You know, it wasn't like anything where I don't think it was intentional. I don't think it was gonna create any bias, but it was a pretty wild moment. And they basically sort of reread the charges. And then
I got this Rappeezy in here.
They pled guilty to these charges.
Hello.
And then
That's the main reason I ordered this. What I'm doing.
In the courtroom, people were like, what? There were people that were already in the courtroom. They were handing out like, leaflets, like free duck.
And I got a good back of straws.
Postcards.
What they thought? Thought I was about to pay for one.
I got given like a free dirt postcard. So I guess
What straw is that? You know what? Let me use this straw.
That are in there, you know, doing their thing. But there was this absolutely wild moment where the judge said, yeah, they all pled guilty. And then it was like, gasp, was like, what? And then he was like, I mean, not guilty, my bad. And he kept it moving. Now, look, he was very professional. I don't think that is anything that you could say was going to taint the jury or going to cause any major problems. No. It was just, look, it was only a ton. But it was like a raucous start. Like, the courtroom gasped. And then when he corrected it, it was like, sort of like chuckles. People couldn't really believe what was going on. And it was just like, it was.
I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. But ain't ish funny when a nigga on trial for his life.
Call the popo, huh? Hey, no, for real, niggas in that bitch. Serious as hell, shorty. You feel me? Fuck you. That boy on trial facing life in prison.
That shit not funny.
Ain't shit funny about it.
Nah, for real.
He really about to be cooked, brother.
Ain't ish funny, man.
How do I tell y'all?
At all. Not a goddamn thing
Got
funny.
niggas from in the camp
When a
snitching.
nigga on trial for his life, man.
Oh, man.
So all that chuckling,
Hey,
all that
paperwork too, brother.
My apologies, sir. I didn't mean no. Man, cut it out, man. What hey, bruh. Mistrial. Start this over. I don't even want a possibility that somebody
Everybody in that bitch line. Yeah, that's why I was in there. Folks told me to do some shit on bro. Everybody in that bitch, brother. Motherfuckers lying on them and shit. Like, folks told me to do some shit.
I feel you, folks. That's how I feel. Shit.
Now, the probability that the public being swayed by this is slim.
Yeah.
But when somebody's life is on the line, ain't no room for a mistake, ain't no room for mistakes, ain't no room.
Oh, shit.
At all. For none of that, bruh. At all.
No cap, nigga. I agree.
So, I don't think that was funny. Now, that's not the most egregious thing that took place in court today.
Damn, it's worse.
That I personally felt like, hold on, bro. You
about to get worse, Twinsky?
Bro, I don't believe in
checking up the protein check, man.
Like, now, do I feel like that was meant to be malicious towards Lil Durk? I don't know. Or do
No,
I think
he
it
wildin'.
was a complete accident? I don't think so. Maybe he was trying to be
He's
funny.
thinking of the bro
Maybe he was trying to break the ice in the courtroom, but that's a bad way to break the ice, man.
He probably got all the damn co-defendants in that bitch snitching. That's what he meant to say. All the co-defendants in here snitching, so this gonna be a quick case. Oh, I mean, my bad.
Like, it was just a crazy start, and like I say, people are
No
in there.
cat, brother, that
just
shit was
innocents.
quick
Look,
as
I'm
hell
not gonna
today.
lie, there were a few
innocent.
people in there. I didn't get any hate, fortunately, but there
What
were
was
people in
quick?
there saying how much they hate DJ Academics.
They
Talk about
won.
them out.
Spreading bad narratives.
Uh-uh.
You know, they're fighting
They
for
won
justice.
the
trial.
Dirk's innocent, and respect to everybody
Dirk ain't innocent,
that was
stupid
there
motherfucker.
and is, you know, giving their opinion across for this. I even actually got an opportunity just now. I hope they don't mind me saying this, but to speak to Big Dirk, Dirk's father. You know, he said he appreciated some of the positive coverage that I've done. Obviously, I've done some positive, some negative. But, you know, as I said to him, I said, look, I really try and cover the positives. I'm not biased. I'm really not trying to be biased.
Ain't nothing positive about you going to LA and killing no nigga, man.
If you want the chance to win 2 tickets to a UFC event in Los Angeles, plus
Ain't nothing
$2,000,
positive
you need
about
to listen to this right now.
Post-
Stop what you're doing and listen.
Post
Morgan
what
Morgan
he
is
said.
giving away 2 tickets to the UFC 331 in Los Angeles. Fans that like a very UFC deck. You turn and it said good luck.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name
Damn.
on it, just
Yeah,
by thinking about
I ain't gonna lie to you. So Lil
Base
Durk,
44, a complete AI.
how do I tell you?
The fuck is wrong with y'all?
Damn.
Brother.
I mean, I already knew. Like I said, I pretty much knew where it was headed based on.
Oh no, they lying, bro. He ain't do that. Which the feds.
Nah, I ain't know until
I just can't see that
I
happening
seen
with
they
the feds.
had
But if you ask me, in my opinion,
his
I think he
niggas
had
snitching.
everything to do with that murder, and I think he was
Man.
laughing, rubbing his hands like Birdman when they got him. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So
They worry about the wrong ish, man. Yo, Lil Durk, Durk, get your team, bro. They worry about the wrong stuff. You on trial right now for murder.
right,
You fighting for your life.
you trying to talk?
You
the trap
trying not
world
to do
raw.
life in prison, and your team is in court. Instead of being focused on the case, being focused on the trial, they worry about DJ Academics.
Right,
They worry about media and blogs.
stupid motherfucker.
Sir, he's on trial. You're in court, and like that's your focus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the most concerning part about all of this: is the jury selection.
Why is DJ Academics being brought up in court? All he do is sit at his crib, just like me. Sit at the crib, talk shit. Why are you bringing up DJ Academics in court?
Real shit.
Who the fuck is bringing up DJ Academics in court? That nigga ain't
In
on the
court.
news. He not no official reporter. He ain't.
He
in
don't
the
even
trial.
be
He
talking
ain't
about
no
real
lawyer.
facts
He ain't
all the
no
time
judge.
either. He
not
just
in politics.
posts.
Like,
He really the
we all know
feds
what the game
too.
plan is, man. The game plan when it comes to
That's
one
why
of
they
us,
bringing his ass up.
we don't want
his ass
one
to
of them,
feds with him, Jay.
like in this jury. We don't want one of them in this jury because we understand what the repercussions is, man.
want one of what?
If one of them is in this jury, they gonna have each other back. We don't want one of them, but they can't just come out and say, "Hey, no niggas." No, they can't say that because they understand the repercussions.
Right.
Okay.
No
Right, yo,
niggas?
you come out and say, no niggas, hey man, even if you find him guilty, like mistrial, bruh. So they use coded language. And
I
when
think the difference
listen to the
between like him
jury,
and
This
DJ
I don't know
Academics
about
is
jury
DJ
selection, because
he just
from my
react to
understanding,
what the
jury-
news
I got a lot of
DJ
this
Academics
shit
be
from
done
my
it
TV
trying to
shows,
solve
so
the
I don't
murder
know if
for
it's true or
them.
not.
You know what I'm
But
saying? Like
from my understanding,
Nah,
the
that
jury
nigga
Kobe
selection
really
is
tryna-
kinda
police
like the
himself.
prosecutor
real shit.
and the
Bro.
defense lawyer
He be solving a
going
case
back
for him.
and
Like
forth on who they agree with to be in the jury, and then I think maybe the judge makes the final decision. So for example, in this case, the defense, Lil Durk's defense lawyers would prefer to have maybe some younger black males, maybe a younger black female in there that can relate to Lil Durk. Maybe their cousin went to jail and they could just find Lil Durk not guilty just because they like his music or because, you know, they look like they brother or they look like they, you know what I'm saying? But the prosecutor is going to want older, middle-aged to the later years of life, white, Asian people. So it's kind of like that's going to be the conflict of interest. I mean, not the conflict of interest. That's going to be the battle.
instructions or the questions for the jury selection, all I hear is coded language. Trying to violate Durk's right to a jury of his peers. This is coded language for no black folks. And the questions they were asking is very strategic because they about to target them.
Okay, so I'm here outside the federal courthouse for day one of the Lil Durk murder for hire trial. And what is really interesting is that jury selection has begun. So let me give you the update on exactly what's going on. We've just had jury selection. Basically, jury selection is now ongoing.
First of all, I don't think that that's violating his rights. I think they just want a neutral. They want people who are neutral. You don't know Quando Rondo, because they could also find some niggas that's from Georgia. They can also find some Georgia niggas in that bitch that love Quando Rondo, and they big cousin, little cousin, homie Tracy cousin, sister, brother is Quando Rondo cousin who got killed. You feel? So you just want somebody to be neutral. Somebody who's neutral. They not on the police side.
I don't think he.
Not on the defense
I don't think he
side,
be
they not
chiefing
on
in
the
his videos no more like he
victim
used
side.
to.
They
But I
just
remember
neutral.
one
You wanna
video I
find
was reacting
neutral
to. He
people so
said
they
he
can
was
be
waiting for the video to
unbiased
end so he could
see it.
smoke.
It was a packed courtroom. They've got 80 potential jurors. It sounds
80?
like that's
Damn.
probably like, I don't know if I want to say it's unusual, but it sounded like it was kind of on the more heavy side.
Yeah.
What's really, really interesting is that obviously they've got so many jurors, they've got so many options, because there's really so much scope for this to go wrong with the jurors. I'm not going to lie. They said
I'm not gonna
straight up
lie.
to all of the jurors in the courtroom, look, this is about a murder case related to a very well-known rap superstar, like a star. He is a big name. You might have heard of him. All right, they said that they were going to give the jurors a massive questionnaire to try and find out a whole bunch of different things. Now, unfortunately, the media and the public, they're not going to be privy to what's on that questionnaire, so we don't know who's on the witness list. We don't know what was asked on the questionnaire. But what we do know is that it was very big, it was very comprehensive, and apparently what we did hear is that some of the stuff that they are going to be asked is if the jurors are into rap music, if they're into hip-hop, what their relationship is with hip-hop, what their kind of history is, kind of following this kind of case, this kind of coverage, if they've got any knowledge of the judge, of the lawyers, if there's any backstory that kind of, you know, might make them biased, and they've been given that questionnaire. So I thought it was going to be a longer day today.
This jury pool is from Southern California, Los Angeles County, Southern California, right?
No niggas down there
And
for real.
in the surrounding areas. If you are
LA County.
asking, hey, do you know anything about hip hop music? And that's gonna quote unquote disqualify you. Yeah, what's your relationship to hip hop music? Do you listen to hip hop music? And if that's a disqualifier, who's gonna get disqualified in Southern California that listens to hip hop? Blacks.
This D Green.
outta
Wait, so
here.
D Green sometimes
not really
actually
you can't really
is
take
this
it
D
personally.
Green?
They
Because I
gonna
know
do
he
that in
always
any-
react to D Green's
any
video.
high
But I know a lot of
rap
times he
federal
don't have
case, they gonna do
camera.
that. It's not necessarily. It don't have to be race. It could be fucking Eminem up there. They gonna ask, do you listen to hip hop?
I don't. This might.
Like, so
I remember. I
just
think I
don't
might have
wanna
reacted to
make
something
it like
before.
a
He looked
race-
familiar.
a racial thing, because at the end of the day, this is a black man on trial for killing another black man. So it's not a racial thing at all.
Probably Mexicans, you out of here. Who's left?
No, that's not D Green
Indians.
because D Green sound different.
Like some Asians, grandmamas, probably white folks,
Yeah.
right? So we understand what this is. Yo, this is like coded language. Hey, bruh, no urban folks. Sorry. Or like even
Yeah, that
things
makes
like,
sense though. That's logical.
yo, where'd you grow up? The minute you say, hey, I grew up in South Central, out of here. So go out of here. Don't,
Yeah,
hey,
of
yo,
course.
don't even bother filling out the rest of the questionnaire, man. You put South Central, out of here. Sorry. Now, they're going to use these coded languages, and they would never say, hey, it's because you're black. No, they would use any other disqualifier. Like, for example, in the Carmelo Anthony case, they brought on 2 teachers that fit the bill to a T.
If you or someone you know have a teenager who is on TikTok,
W
Instagram,
YouTube
or
Premium. I'm gonna
Snapchat,
be
this is
talking
the
to that real soon.
Who's more qualified to judge something that took place on school grounds?
Don Rio ads.
than
Appreciate
2
you coming through from the
former
raid.
teachers,
Let's get
or
it.
2
Ooh, I
teachers
can't
in
even put the
general.
sound alert.
They say
It's
that
gonna
these
copyright
2
my
quote-unquote
shit.
black women who were former teachers are disqualified because, you know, we think that if they teachers, they'll be biased.
If y'all smoking,
on a school.
put that shit in the L. Let's
But
get it.
See, that's crazy and weird because, again, whoa, what happened to my camera? Okay, that was a racial thing though, because Carmelo Anthony was on trial for killing a white boy. So that's where it's different. In this case, it doesn't really matter if the jury is white or black. It just matters if the jury is neutral and unbiased. Because the same way, okay, you might not want a million white people in there, but you also don't want a million niggas in there with tattoos that went to jail 5 times. That, you know what I'm saying? Because that could be biased in that way too. So it's you kind of try to find a middle ground, in my opinion. But whatever.
So with this Dirk case, asking things like, "Yo, where'd you grow
Well,
up
ain't no
at?
finding no middle ground
Yo,
in this
do anybody
situation.
in
You
your
gonna
family
hide
listen to
straight
rap music?
on, bro.
You know, do you have a cousin that likes rap music?
Oh God, one
There's code of language
community,
for
one crowd of
no
motherfuckers.
niggas,
Gang. He got a few older
right?
motherfuckers, but
None of us involved.
it's a lot of younger
Now,
motherfuckers. He got
how
a
does
younger
that play out
YN
for Lil
crowd.
Durk? This is supposed to be a jury of his peers. If Lil Durk don't got anybody from his background, anybody from his community, anybody who have experienced things that he have experienced, anybody from
Oh, he mean that's the okay. I know what he mean.
communities he was
Oh,
raised
so
in, then how can they fairly
either
judge the
way,
actions
though.
of Lil Durk? How can they fairly distinguish between this is just rap lyrics, this is him actually
What did he just say?
like
I'll fuck with Flacco, but sometimes
the
Oh, it's
communities he was
Flacco.
raised
Okay.
in? Then how can they fairly judge the actions of a community who have experienced things that he have experienced? Anybody from the communities he was raised in, then how can they fairly judge the actions of Lil Durk? How can they fairly?
how can you expect a bunch of niggas from the community that he's from? How can you expect them to fairly judge? Because bro, we not gonna act like 99% of y'all be in the comment section saying free Durk, knowing damn well in the back of your head, knowing damn well that he probably had something to do with that. Y'all say that shit just because y'all want a new album. Y'all want some new songs. Community. Let me tell you why. Because the communities that he's from say no snitching, no police, free everybody. I wouldn't wish jail on my worst enemy, even if it was a serial killer. They say stupid shit like that. So can we really expect people from his community to be fair
I can
and judge it fairly?
care less
too?
what the fuck my worst enemies is doing.
Judge it fairly too? No.
Fuck them. They can sit their ass in that bitch dead on me.
I mean, like, come on, guys. We know how this shit go. But what I will say that the people who are not from his community, what I will say that they will judge, where I would think is more fair on that side, I think it's more fair because they will look at it like, okay, fuck his music and did he kill this motherfucker? Did they go kill this person? Are they guilty of
Tomorrow
killing
we just
nigga?
gonna edit on stream.
Because if let y'all niggas in the comments go to be in the jury, y'all will be like, y'all don't give a fuck what they talking about in the trial.
I got a
Not
little
guilty.
music
I want to
video
do
I want to react to and
Really
see
distinguish
if it'll work
between
for me.
This is
I'm gonna
just
just make
rap
my
lyrics.
camera bigger
This
and
is
make the video
him
smaller.
actually like admitted within good
Let's see
faith
if
to
that
commit a
works.
murder. Oh no, this is just how rappers talk or men
I ain't
from
gonna
this.
lie, bro. The rap lyrics is not relevant. Is y'all trying to make it seem like it's relevant? They got snitches, bro. They got phone calls, text messages, screenshots. Them trying to delete shit, delete evidence. They got flight logs, credit card payments. They got shit. The lyrics,
Yeah, exactly.
they only fucking implementing like a song.
The lyrics
or two.
is
The lyrics
that's
don't
right.
matter, bro. The lyrics don't matter. That's gonna be a small, negligible part of the case.
Community talk when they're angry versus
Nah,
oh no, he
facts.
actually had plans on murdering these people. Is people from the community who have
some of them lyrics,
those
those
would be the people more qualified to fully understand the nuance that comes with this
He
case.
talking about y'all know damn well he killed
These
them.
folks are using code of language to
How the hell the niggas from the hood gonna know if he? We don't know.
sabotage the jury selection. Lil Durk won't get a fair trial. He won't get a jury of his peers.
Y'all know damn well he killed them.
After sort of half a day,
What's
they've
the
given
comments
those
saying?
instructions to the jury. They've given out those questionnaires, and those jurors are going to come back tomorrow.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying, bro. Man, please, Durk paid for them hits. Now he a victim talking about something. He ain't getting a fair trial. Man, get the fuck out of here. So how you want it, dog? You want them to ship a jury to Chicago, to LA? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You want a bunch of hood niggas to come in there? What you think they gonna say when they get in there? What you think they gonna say when they get in there? Why the fuck would you put Dusty gang members on a jury and expect them to make a fair and honest? That's what I'm saying. Am I tripping somewhere?
What's your favorite thing about home?
Nigga, that don't make sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, you ain't gonna want that fuck they asked to represent, nigga. They already looking at you.
Never been hit.
Y'all, I'm glad the comments on my side, because I'm sitting here like,
They already looking at folks as a killer. They don't want no motherfucker on, bro.
Race issue. Dirk wasn't setting up white people for hits. He was taking out black people. But if a white person is in on the jury is racist, that's what I said. Carmelo Anthony, it was different because Carmelo Anthony got accused for killing a white boy. Would Lil Durk want killing no white people? If you know how jury selections is done, then you would know both sides get to pick juries to avoid bias. Exactly. You got too much faith. There's literally 2 to 3 snitches on this case. Exactly. I like I said, bro, I put my faith in the old white man with 3 kids and a granddaughter. Then I put into a bunch of gangbanging niggas from the hood. Or not even.
Folks seem like he trying to low key help on, bro. He trying to update more. Motherfuckers just be talking, gang. Like they don't be knowing what the fuck be going on.
Just because y'all want a chance to
you can put anybody on there. Ain't nobody helping folks get out that jam, brother. His ass cooked.
A new album, or just because no snitching, no face, no K, all the stupid shit y'all say in the hood. Man, that nigga cooked, man. He smoked, man. Smoked turkey, man. It's over with, man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Smoked turkey.
Go ahead, get the trial ass so they can sentence his ass. We can stop talking about it, man. His ass cooked, and rightfully so. Y'all know damn well he had something to do with that shit, man. Y'all knew that shit for years. Now he get locked up. Now y'all got shit. Now y'all acting like, oh, he the victim, or like somebody did something to him, man. Cut it, man. Beat it.
And then we're basically going to hear from the lawyers. We're going to determine basically whether or not, some of the jurors are going to be excluded.
They got Luka Doncic fighting this nigga case.
Basically, by the end of tomorrow, they need to have turned 80 jurors into 16. Specifically, there's going to be like 12 jurors, the main jurors, and there's going to be 4 alternates. And what was really fascinating was that they kind of explained like some of the backstory as far as what things they're allowed to find out, what they're not. They're not allowed to get their addresses, but they are allowed to find out, what area they stay in from Los Angeles, what their professions are, who they live with. They said we need to find out if you guys live with a music executive, if you live with somebody in law enforcement, if you're kind of just anything along the lines that might make you tainted in this context. And I do have a feeling that there is probably going to be a fight. There's a rumor going around that there were only a handful of black jurors in the jury pool. Now look, I can't confirm or deny that. I didn't see any of the jurors. I know some people had kind of maybe thought that they'd seen jurors in the hallway. I don't think that can be fully confirmed, so I'm not going to jump the gun on that, and I don't have the information on that. But obviously you probably have seen that there are rumors going around about the races of the jurors. But at the end of the day, all right, the judge has been very fair. The judge is going to make it very clear what's allowed, what's not allowed. And really, I don't think race has been a really big part of this so far, and I doubt it's going to be going forward. But people are saying that there are some black jurors on the table, and we're going to find out how that develops by tomorrow.
I think it's crucial Lil Durk got black jurors on that jury box. But beyond black jurors, can we at least get people who come from a similar community that Lil Durk come from? Now, again, this is Southern California. Lil Durk is from Chicago. But people who are from the urban environment, people who understand the nuances that has to exist in this case. You ask somebody from, I don't know, Beverly Hills their entire life to look at Lil Durk's actions and his text message.
I gotta pause it for this one because he's steady trying to force gang. And it don't matter who the fuck you put, nigga. You can put Barack Obama, the motherfucking Michelle Obama, you know what I'm saying, from Parkway Gardens, from his block, to fight his case, and it's not gonna save him. How do I tell you he's cooked? You know what I'm saying? He's cooked.
Messages. Right.
Michelle Obama can't beat the nigga case, gang. The fuck is he talking about? Talking about somebody from his environment. So, put Michelle Obama on the stand and let's see if she help.
Legal reasons. But he's accused of killing somebody in Beverly Hills, getting somebody killed in Beverly Hills. So why would a bunch of niggas, he didn't kill nobody in the hood. So why would a bunch of hood niggas be there to be the jury? Come on.
Look at him, look. Hey, he got it paused while he looking stupid as hell.
A crew of guys that he texted.
He got it paused on him looking stupid like
sticks, or him telling Quando Rondo, man, bro, take this piece from this switch. Languages like that we can look at and we can say, okay, I mean, he's upset right here. This is just how people talk from where he's from. This is just
See, you already making excuses for him, gang. You know what the fuck he meant when he said take a piece of this switch, bro. You know what he meant. But y'all, that's what y'all would do if y'all was in the trial. Y'all would make excuses for him because you don't want niggas to do that just so they don't go back to the hood and get called a snitch, man.
Let's not drag music now. Let's not drag music. All the music is not facts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody over exaggerate some of the bars.
Plans on murdering Lil Pop and Quadra Rondo.
Everybody exaggerates some bars. All the bars are not facts. Let's not go on, bro. Let's not go that direction in the case. They ain't got shit to do with the music. Like you said at first.
They're not understanding the nuance, right? Lil Durk.
They got a whole lot outside of music. That, bro, that's the last. Like you said, that's a little bit of just gonna be involved in the case.
Why do we have to understand the nuance of?
It's just gonna make all the important factors make sense. Like that's just like a little piece.
I don't give a fuck what he said in no song. I'm positive and trust and believe the prosecutors are going to show the messages and they're going to explain
exactly.
Probably with expert witnesses and shit. They're going to explain what these words mean. But just how you just did right there, Flacco, you just tried to make an excuse for him. Oh, he didn't really mean it. He just meant this.
To be honest, sometimes I actually have no idea what's going on until I open.
He is starting to get in, like he getting a little too deep into it too, because like
he should be judged by people.
When you know what I'm saying, bro, I'm on the outside looking in, so I'm not about to try to figure out if what he said was facts or not. You know what I'm saying, but
people who don't know nothing good about him, don't know nothing bad about him. Maybe they heard the song.
I can tell even in Von's songs, Von was talking on a lot of shit he did too, but a lot of shit he was saying was like cap. All the shit he was talking about wasn't real. It wasn't real stories. You feel me?
Somebody who grew up on his music, because y'all will very simply be biased. Y'all know this nigga is cooked. Stop trying to save him. He's not no victim. He's the suspect. Nothing happened to him. Lil Pab is the one that got killed. King Von is the one that's not here no more. Nothing happened to Lil Durk. He's not a victim. And even King Von not no victim because he started it. It's time to be gangster, nigga. So beat the case how you gonna beat the case, or lose it how you gonna lose it, and take your shit to the chin. We don't want to hear no crying, no sobbing, no appeals, none of that. Go do your life sentence.
I wouldn't say King Von started, but it started from that case though. He didn't start it, and he didn't start it. So I mean, you can kind of, because he kind of started that fight too. He did initiate that whole fight and all that, but.
Lil Durk, there's very little connection from Lil Durk to this
that
murder.
fight and got punched
They don't got Lil Durk instructing nobody to do this. Lil Durk don't got any transactions, like monetarily, that's linked to this at all. All they have is Lil Durk telling somebody, hey, don't book any flights under my name, and they got some snitches claiming that Lil Durk paid them.
Okay, what the fuck?
That's all they need. Right.
Bro, that's enough, bro. That's enough.
That's all they need. You talking about the music. They don't get no fuck about the music.
Bro, man,
but without the gang connection to this, you can't really paint this as, hey, everybody who did this was on the OTF label. Lil Durk is, the president, the owner, the leader of OTF. So hence Lil Durk is culpable, right? Because you can't bring up the gang aspect of this.
All right, I'm here outside the federal courthouse. We just had day one of the Lil Durk trial. It's no longer a hearing. It is now a full-blown trial. It is serious. It's the real deal, all right? There's a few interesting things going on outside the courthouse, inside these rooms. But what was really interesting that I heard today was really the judge giving specific instructions on the gang memberships and what's allowed to be said and what's not allowed to be said. Now, what was really fascinating in the kind of the final pre-trial hearing was that the judge has basically ruled, look, he is very adamant when he gave Durk the big W and severed the two different murder charges, the Vicar count, which is the Chicago murder, the Stephon Mack murder, that's allegedly a gang-related murder. A GD rival of Lil Durk's who was connected to the people that they say, killed Lil Durk's brother D-Fang. They're basically saying that, okay, that is a gang-related murder. That's separate. All right, we're going to try and put that on the calendar. But this murder, this Los Angeles murder, it wasn't a gang murder. They're saying the act itself wasn't an act of gang violence. What it was that they were basically, trying to, get revenge for what happened to King Von. Obviously, the judge made it very, very clear that what is going to be allowed to be discussed is King Von's gang membership, the gang membership between the defendants and co-defendants and co-conspirators that basically means that they are relevant to each other, like how they know each other from way back being in gangs, the reason and the motivation and the motive for allegedly wanting to King Von because he was such a prominent member of the Black Disciples. But what they're not allowed to do and what they're not allowed to look into and talk about is, you know, the gang reasons. They're not allowed to say that it was a gang-related murder. And what I noticed, and bear in mind, I've looked into this story extensively, I've looked very, very deep into Quando Rondo's gang affiliations, his membership of the Rolling 60 Crips, but in Savannah, Georgia, you know, these gangs kind of have a lot of different, you know, I don't know the right word, but sets kind of all around the country. And, you know, Quando Rondo's gang membership has never been brought up, you know, and they're not going to be allowed to basically talk about gang membership in context of the murder of Savia Robinson, aka Lil Pab. But what is interesting is the judge said, look, it's up to the jury. If the jury decide based on the testimony that they think Durk and them were all in a gang and were doing gang stuff, that's fine. But that might not necessarily mean that they believe that he did the murder, and vice versa. They can say, he said that, look, the jury might be completely unconvinced that Durk was ever in any kind of gang, but if they're convinced that he orchestrated the murder for hire with his co-conspirators, then they can still find him guilty even if they don't believe that there's any sort of gang membership. So
let me ask y'all a question. If you was on trial for murder and this was the good news that you got today, how do you feel? I wouldn't feel like
ain't no damn good news.
Okay. I mean, what the fuck is that doing? That's not making me sleep better at night.
Really interesting kind of back and forth. Right. Some of the, you know, stuff that's going to be allowed, I think, is going to make a big difference. But I think that is a big key issue that the judge has ruled on, the gang membership. Whether
I got no problem with bringing up, yo, King Von was this.
I'm cooked on real shit.
This. You know, this is how they're connected to King Von. This is what motivation they would have. However, that's entirely different than saying, yo, Lil Durk is a gang leader. Lil Durk is the gang leader of OTF. These people is from OTF. They committed this murder. So hence, Lil Durk is tied into this that way. No, if you can't tie him in that way, it's almost impossible to tie Lil Durk into this murder.
Right, on surety.
Okay.
Right? You know, like OTF, BB, and the rest of them, I mean, good luck. Y'all doing life. There's no chance y'all beat this.
Oh, no.
Oh, so you think they gonna do life by themselves? You think they gonna do life and not bring Lil Durk with them? Yeah. Okay.
At all, under no circumstances, y'all doing life behind this. Now, OTF Vonnie, he took a plea deal. I think the plea deal is contingent on what he does when trial starts. But Vonnie might do about 20 to 30 while other people do life. But Lil Durk, I think, is going to beat this 100%. Well, not 100%, because I'm not going to say that, bro. But I think Lil Durk is
right. What?
You know, there's not enough here to give Lil Durk life in prison. There's just not enough here. I don't see it.
Shit.
Okay.
You
this would
think
be a
enough.
miscarriage of justice if Lil Durk gets found guilty. A miscarriage of justice. The only thing that Lil Durk did, or the mistake that he made, was, yo, Lil Durk kept a lot of snakes around him. OTF Jam is testifying. He gave.
So you don't think the screenshots in his phone trying to find out Lil Tim's address right after he got on house arrest, that's not no evidence? That's nothing, right? That's nothing?
Ladies and gentlemen, Twice Yearly PrEP is here. One office visit every 6 months. 2 times a year for HIV prevention. That's
Damn.
1-2 PrEP. That's yes, 2.
That's enough, right? That's not enough, but that's a substantial amount of evidence. And they still ain't done looking through that phone, by the way. They still trying to crack that phone. Y'all got too much hope for these people, man. Y'all and y'all jump ship too much. Tuesday, y'all be like, he cooked. Wednesday, he 100% getting out. Thursday,
nah, for real.
Man, I've been saying the same thing the whole time. That nigga cooked, man. If he don't, if
No, I'm saying the same thing the whole time, bro.
What's the chances of him beating this trial and the gang Rico after this? He got snitches in that case too. Come on, gang.
Jam 50,000 when Jam came home. Vonnie, he took Vonnie to the ice box, put ice on his neck. He ain't never experienced no treatment like that before, man. Bro, Lil Durk did something for Vonnie that Vonnie's own father ain't never did for him, man. And now Vonnie taking a stand to rat on Lil Durk. This comes with the streets. But I don't think they can snitch good enough to get Lil Durk guilty on murder charges in this case.
Okay.
The next case after this, just pack it up, bro. Yeah, bro, Lil Durk best chances is, bro, after this murder case, just take the plea deal, go sit down for 10 or 15, man. Cause you go to trial for that, Rico, good luck, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section.
The comment section is is agreeing with
Man.
me.
Yeah,
Dirk
he's
go down
ass
just
fried.
how he wanted. Just make sure he can do that 40-year sentence. Rumor is 2 of the O Block 6 are 2 of the. That's what I had said too, but whatever. No motherfuckers ain't.
All right, look, I'm gonna upload this and I am gonna find another source though. I'm gonna find another source of some actual, you know what I'm saying, facts and screenshots because I ain't see much in this one. But I am gonna upload this one. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the next video. Turn on post notice for more. I'll see y'all in the next one. Let's get it.